The latest news revolves around the backup netminder. If you missed it, Michael Hutchinson has been waived by the Toronto Maple Leafs. What do you guys think this means for the future of that position? A call-up from the Marlies or trade on the horizon?
Well, I think it means a call-up just in the interim while they try to figure something out. You know, as I said, Kaskisuo's having a better year than they had anticipated with the Marlies and has kind of become at least...
Tell us about him.
Interesting kid, Finnish goaltender. He's big.
Just so everyone knows, Justin used to be the video coach for the Toronto Marlies.
Yeah. Big guy, positional. I think there were times when, they felt like he was swimming a little bit. He was a little bit too active, and I think he's really simplified his movement and trusted his game a little bit more and become more of a blocking style guy that you can trust behind a good team to at least get hit with enough pucks. I don't know that he's an NHL goaltender that's going to make a difference for the Leafs. Pretty sure he isn't. But I think he can be at least sufficient and not any worse than Hutchinson's been while they try to plug that hole. Because, again, we say a backup goaltender for the Leafs only going to play 20, 25 games. It's a lot of hockey games. That's a lot of points on the line, and those points matter. Obviously, they recognize that. So I think there needs to be a bigger solution than just have plug in Kaskisuo there.
Yeah, I think they got to make a trade because they had, 2 times now to try to get this right, to find a guy that can come in and do the job. And we're not saying, are they going to go out and be able to find a guy at $2.5 million to come in and steal all those points? No, but
no one's letting go of those guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like once by just go get a backup goaltender.
Well, they do have some pieces though, but they do have some flexibility now with Marner being hurt long term. So I would like for them to sort of go out there and get a guy that can do the job, a guy that's done it before, a guy that maybe has been a starter in the league or was on the cusp of being a starter. You know what they're missing? They're missing Jonathan Bernier. So I keep saying that, he's not a number one, but if they had him now coming in, playing 15, 18, 20 games, those are points that you can get now that are going to put you and maybe skip you from playing Boston in the first round. Those points are crucial. So for him to have, Hutchinson not to really have any, not to get any wins in those 5 games, I don't think he's really done the job. You need a goalie that can get you into the 9s in the save percentage. But what I didn't like about the game last night, he play that bad. But
second and third, he got
with the
better.
backup goalies. It's not about the saves you do make; it's about the saves you don't make. And 3 of those goals, I think he should have had, and that's what they're going to look back at when they're assessing this loss.
It's tough because it's a timing thing, right? Like he hasn't had those games, so that first goal, that puck doesn't go in if you play all the time. It's tough for me to judge.
But what about the second one? Everyone's like, "Oh, it was a pizza up the middle." But you kick that rebound right out to the left side, so the rebound control. What I don't like, the team, comes within 1 in the third period, and then they almost score to make it to tie the game. They go back and score right away. So it's just about the timing of the saves. And what I mentioned before, it's not about the ones he made, because in the second and the third, he made some big saves, but they're going to remember this performance for the ones he didn't make.
Given the nature of shooters in the NHL, we're heavy on time here, but I want to run really quick point and get your thoughts on it. Given the nature of the game right now and how many guys can shoot, which is everybody, right? And now how there are more offensive systems to create offense, more than we've ever seen in the NHL. I think it's unreasonable to expect a goaltender to steal a game. Right? We keep hearing, he stole this game. He stole a game. This guy can steal a game. I think it's unreasonable to ask any goaltender to steal a game or have an expectation that he can. But I think a goalie can steal a period. I think a goalie can maybe steal 2 periods. And when I look at a backup goaltender, I say, how many periods can this guy steal? Not how many games, but how many periods can this guy steal? And I looked at last night's game. Of course, the back-to-back. It's in Chicago. And I'm like, the Maple Leafs needed Hutchinson to steal a period. And generally, you're playing in a loud building, United Center. You need someone to steal that first period.
Yeah, I would say the Leafs are almost in a situation where they're looking at Hutch and they're going, we just need a guy to not give periods away right now. And that to me felt like the first period where it was like the Leafs know that they can score and they know that they can hang and beat a team like Chicago. But once you're down 3-0, tail end of the back-to-back, it sure seems like a big hill to climb, and that just felt like a big one for them to punt on. By the way, did you mention another goaltender on Twitter the other day that might have been available to the Toronto Maple Leafs?
I may or may not have thrown a little bit of a barn burner there with Garrett Sparks, who set the record for Chicago Wolves, so I was sure to hear about it on Twitter. But we're talking about stealing games. Robin Leonard, 53 saves last night. That's stealing a game.